Good evening from Vietnam. Good morning to you, Marshall. Thanks a lot for spending your morning to join our show and share your wisdom to our audience. And on behalf of the listeners around the world, we want to say thank you to you.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm just very happy to be talking with you. I've always enjoyed our time together.
Me too, me too. And it's a great honor for us. And earlier in this show, you show us about the Marshall Boss, and I believe this is the legacy that you want to share to million people around the world. We want to ask you the progress of Marshall Boss. Tell us about that, please.
Well, it's very interesting. As you know, my mission is to give away all I know to as many people as I can for free. So what I'm working on is developing my own AI computer bot, and it is designed to give information away for free to as many people as I can. And you can ask it pretty much any question you want, and we're also going to do it ultimately in multiple languages. So it's very, very exciting. So far, I've had about 125,000 questions asked to it already. We're just learning to roll it out slowly, but it's already off to a great start. So the way it works is you just ask it a question, it thinks about the question, and it answers it as if it were me. So every computer bot, for example, is biased by something. If you ask what is leadership, it gives you an answer. Well, why that answer? Well, my computer bot is me talking. For example, how can I be a better delegator? To become a better delegator, it's crucial to focus on delegating more effectively rather than just delegating more. Here are some steps you can take. 1. Understand your team's readiness. Begin by having one-on-one conversations with each of your direct reports. Discuss their key areas of responsibility and ask them 2 important questions. Are there areas where you can let go more and delegate to them? Are there areas where you need to be more involved and provide more help? This will help you tailor your delegation strategy to fit the unique needs of your team. 2. Match delegation to capability. Delegate tasks to individuals who are motivated, capable, and confident. Delegating to someone who isn't ready can lead to poor outcomes. Make sure the person you delegate to is prepared to handle the responsibility. 3. Seek feedback on your management style. Ask your direct reports for feedback on how you manage yourself. Are there tasks you're doing that you don't need to be doing? Can these tasks be delegated to others? This will help you identify areas where you can free up your time for more strategic work. 4. Let go of micromanagement. Avoid micromanaging by trusting your team to handle tasks independently when they are ready. Provide guidance and support when necessary, but allow them the autonomy to grow and develop. 5. Focus on strategic work. By delegating effectively, you can focus on higher level strategic work that requires your attention. This not only benefits you, but also helps develop your team members by giving them opportunities to take on new challenges. Remember, effective delegation is about matching your leadership style to the readiness of your team and letting go of tasks that others can handle. This approach will lead to better outcomes for both you and your organization.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow. We have 2 Marshall in this conversation now. So
yeah, by the way, we have 2 Marshalls in the conversation. One of them is smarter than the other. This guy is the smarter one.
Marshall, you've been to our country so for many times, right? And you know that in our culture, it's very honored for our audience to have a little introduction about who you are and the work you do. So this time we're gonna do it 2 times. We want to hear from you. You share with us who you are and the work you do. And the second one is we ask the bot, the Marshall.
One question at a time.
Okay.
So, now, what is the first question?
Please share with us a little bit about who you are and the works you do for our audience. That's the first question.
Okay. So my name is Marshall. I'm from a small town called Valley Station, Kentucky. I was brought up in a very poor environment. The first 4 years I was in school, we did not have indoor toilets. We had what's called an outhouse. So I was very, very poor environment. My high school in the state of Kentucky was next to last in the state, and Kentucky was almost near the bottom of the United States. So I was brought up, from an educational point of view, near the bottom of the bottom. Very fortunate. My mother taught me a lot of things when I was very young, And I did well on tests. I was able to go to a small engineering school, Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. I had an attitude problem, made 5 Ds, barely graduated. But 2 years ago, went back and gave the commencement speech and got an honorary PhD. And I said, let's hear it for the bottom of the class. You never know. You never know. So then I got an MBA degree at Indiana University and a PhD from UCLA. Then I was a college professor. Indeed, I met a very famous man, Dr. Paul Hersey. I was very lucky. He was a wonderful man, brilliant man. I said, I want to be like him. I said, I will follow you around. I will serve the coffee. I will move the table. Let me sit in the back to learn from you. And he did. One day he became double booked. He was booked to be in 2 cities at the same time. He couldn't do it. He calls me, can you do this? I don't know. I need help. Can you do it? I don't know. He said, I will pay you $1,000 for one day. This was 47 years ago. I was making $15,000 for 1 year. I said, I will try. I did a program for the Metropolitan Life Insurance Company. They were in New York. They were angry when I showed up because I was not him. But I got ranked first place of all the speakers. He called them up. They said, we're very angry, but we love this guy. Send him again. He said, do you want to do this again? That's how I got into leadership development. That's how I got started. In coaching, the same thing, how to get into coaching. I met, CEO of a big company. He said, I have this kid working for us, young, smart, dedicated, hardworking, jerk, arrogant, stubborn. He said it would be worth a fortune to me if I could change his behavior. I said, I like fortunes. Maybe I could help him. He said, I doubt it. I said, maybe I could help. I don't think so. Then I came up with an idea. I will work with him for 1 year. If he gets better, pay me. If he does not get better, it is free. You know what the CEO said? Sold. There was nothing called coaching. There was no executive coaching. I just made it up. So for 47 years, I've done 3 things. 1, I give talks and teach classes all around the world. 2, I coach people. I've been the coach of 200 really distinguished major leaders from around the world. And then 3, I write books and articles. So I have 4 New York Times bestsellers, and I've sold over 4 million books. So, and translated to many, many languages, including books for Vietnam.
Wow. Oh, Marshall. The
topic.
topic.
I'll go back to my introduction. On a personal side, I've been married for 50 years. My wife did a performance appraisal for my anniversary to see if I was worthy to continue. And I'm proud to say my wife gave me an A-. So we're still married, A-. That was good. I got high scores, except she said, I have not picked up after myself in 50 years. So other than being messy, she said I was a good husband. And by the way, I will now impress your listeners. I live in Nashville, Tennessee now. My daughter is a professor at Vanderbilt. I'm very proud of her. She's a professor of marketing. Got 2 grandkids here, and I do have some interesting neighbors. One of my neighbors is in an American country group called the Rascal Flatts, very famous. Another neighbor is more famous. His name is Keith Urban, very famous country star. His wife is even more famous. Another neighbor of mine is Nicole Kidman, so she lives very nearby. Another neighbor is Reese Witherspoon, another famous actress. And who owns the house across the street? Someone who will impress all your listeners, who everyone in Vietnam knows. Yes, the wonderful and lovely Taylor Swift does own the house across the street. So I do have some reasonably famous neighbors. I have some good news. I am not the richest person in my neighborhood.
Wow. Marshall, this topic is about wisdom, okay? And since we demonstrate a little bit about Marshall Bot, I want to use that same question, asking Marshall Bot to introduce about, what he knows about Marshall Goldsmith. Is that, can you ask the bot to, the AI to...
Oh, but the bot would answer the same way I did. Yeah, the curious guy can at that question, hear the same answer again.
I'll ask that question after this conversation, okay?
Yeah,
And then I'll share it with you.
The same things I just said in my voice.
Yep. The reason for us to do this conversation, Marshall, is we saw a lot of people that learning the days and without ambition, without goals, without a vision of what they want to do in life, and they say, okay, we got the privilege to know a lot of amazing people around the world. We're gonna interview amazing people to ask about the topic of wisdom, and definitely you are on the list. And thank you so much for sharing that. So I want to bring you to throughout your life, and you met a lot of amazing people. So if one piece of wisdom that made you remember up until this moment, what is that piece of wisdom you can share with us?
Well, I'm going to answer it a little bit more broadly than that. What is important for having a good life? What's really important? If you look at it, there aren't that many things that are important. Number one is take care of your health. If you don't take care of your health, the rest of this doesn't matter very much. Number two is have great relationships with people you love, because at the end of the day, the people at work are not going to be there. The people you love are going to be there. So never get so busy climbing the ladder you forget the people you love. And then, you need to have enough money to have at least a comfortable life. You don't need to be rich to be happy, but you need to just have enough to have a comfortable life. And all your listeners have that much money. So assuming that you have enough money to have a comfortable life, basically you've got a great relationship with your love, and you take care of your health. What matters? Three things. One is you need a higher purpose. Why am I here? Why am I doing this in life? People work very hard. People in Vietnam work extremely hard. They need the answer to a question. Why? Why am I doing this? Number two, you need to have achievement. The people listening to us right now are achievers. If they were not achievers, they would not be listening to us speak right now. By definition, these people are very high achievers. They need to achieve. Your achievement needs to be connected to your higher purpose. And then number three, basically they need to enjoy the process of life itself. Because if you work all the time, but you don't enjoy the process of what you're doing, you're going to have a miserable life. So if you can, one, I really love what I'm doing. Two, I'm achieving something meaningful. And three, it's connected to a higher purpose. You just won. You need all three of those, though. Now, you can get stuck on any one of the three. For example, some people may have a higher purpose, and they talk a lot about purpose and values, but they don't do anything. They may not even enjoy their lives. All they're doing is talking. You can get lost in purpose and forget the other two. Many people are lost in day-to-day life. They play video games, they take drugs, they watch TV. Short-term satisfaction with no meaning. Not good. Your listeners are not like that. Your listeners are not playing video games all day. Your listeners are not lost in purpose. The people listening to this call, I understand their deeper problem, addiction to achievement. The people listening to me right now, probably including you, are not careful, addicted to achievement. Achieve more, achieve more, achieve more, achieve more. Very important point. Happiness and achievement are independent variables. Achieve to achieve. Be happy to be happy. Never think achievement is going to make you happy. It won't. There is not enough achievement in the world to make you happy. One of my coaching clients, Albert Berla, was CEO of Pfizer. I called him a few years ago. They came up with this vaccine for COVID. I said, Albert, hey, great job. COVID, vaccine, wonderful. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm very proud. How's it going? Oh, so proud of the vaccine. We worked so hard. Very good. How about the company? Oh, pride in the company. Oh, employee engagement. Oh, stock price. Oh, all good. I said, Albert, what is your problem? He said, I have a huge problem. Next year. Do you think those investors care that he came up with a cure for COVID? No. Do you think they care that he made lots of money? No. Next year. You see, if achievement would make you happy, of all Olympic athletes, which one would be the happiest? Michael Phelps, the swimmer. 25 gold medals. He'd be the happiest of them all. What happened after he won his 25th medal? He thought about killing himself. You're not going to win enough gold medals to be happy. You think winning gold medals can make you happy? Talk to Michael Phelps. There are not enough gold medals. The thing that's important is happiness and peace has to come from the inside, not the outside. And the great Western disease is, I will be happy when I get the money, status, BMW, condominium. My Buddhist monk is Thich Nhat Hanh, Vietnamese guy. Thich Nhat Hanh, wonderful man. Most Vietnamese people are not really Buddhists. They're worshiping this God. Yeah, who do they worship? Money, status, achievement. Yeah, it's not going to make you happy. You know, Ho Chi Minh City, look at the Gucci store. You think you can buy enough stuff in that Gucci store to make you happy? Not really. How long will that make you happy? 5 minutes. So, learning point. I have a higher purpose. My achievement is meaningful and connected to that purpose, and I love what I do. That's it.
Purpose, achievement, and love what we do. All right.
That's
So
it.
missing one of the three, then we're not going to be able to achieve happiness. That's what you.
Well, if you miss one of the three, you can have a purpose, but make no positive difference in the world, and maybe don't enjoy yourself. 2, you can achieve a lot and work all the time. Why? You have no deeper meaning. You don't enjoy it. But 3, you enjoy yourself. You're having fun, but you're not making a contribution, and your life is shallow, and you have no higher purpose. So that's why you need all 3 of these. And again, let's go back to your listeners. I'm not worried about your listeners. They're not overdoing purpose, and they're not overdoing happiness. Your listeners are compulsive people that work all the time and want to achieve more. That's why they're listening to this right now. They want to achieve more. Nothing wrong with that. The delusion is somehow that's going to make me happy. No, it's not.
So, at what age did you figure out that formula in your life for happiness, that 3?
I started studying Buddhism when I was 19.
19.
Mm-hmm.
What happened then, Marshall?
Well, you know, what happened is, I've slowly studied Buddhism for years. I've probably read 400 books on Eastern philosophy. So, although in theory people in Vietnam are Buddhists, very few of us that are really Buddhists. They don't really know anything about Buddhism other than it's a sort of a, game or formality or something. If you really understand Buddhism, it's very deep. It's very deep. And say Thich Nhat Hanh, wonderful, brilliant man, Buddhist teacher, very deep stuff. And, it's just understanding gradually that this is it. Now, I'm mentioning Buddhism. I'm going to provide everyone listening to me a bonus right now. Are you ready for this bonus for all the listeners?
Yes, I am.
You see, you listeners, you're going to learn a secret that you didn't know. Are you ready? Now, are you all familiar with the term nirvana? You know this term, nirvana?
Yes.
Now, I'm going to tell you exactly where nirvana is. Would you like to learn the location of nirvana? I'm going to tell you. Nirvana is listening to an old bald guy in a green polo shirt talk about Buddhism right now. This is it. It's not out there someplace. It's not after I get this goal. You know when it is? Now. You know where it is? Here. This is it. And the essence of Buddhism is there's only 1 second in life you need to be happy. 1 second. 1 second. That's all. When is that 1 second? Now. That's all. You don't have to be happy forever. Just now.
It sounds simple, but why is that so hard for many, many people, I think me included, for that 1 second?
The reason is we have been programmed to believe that happiness is out there. When I make an A, when I get the status, when I get the money, when I get the achievement, when, I will be happy when. And we want to believe happiness is something that lasts for eternity. Once I get my act together, I will be happy for eternity every second. So we look for this ongoing state of happiness as opposed to now. For example, one book always has the same ending. And as a child, you probably read these books. They always have exactly the same words at the end. What are the words? And they lived happily ever after. Now, what type of book is that? That is called a fairy tale. That's a fairy tale. That's not the world. See, we want to believe that we can achieve something, make some money, something's going to happen, and then we live happily ever after. That's not how it works. Every minute we start over and over. The Buddhist philosophy, every time I take a breath, it's a new me. Everybody take a breath. Think, new me, new me, new me. Everything that happened before the second was done by an infinite set of people. Their names were the previous me's. Now, what did you say to all the previous yous? Thank you, previous me's. Thank you, thank you. That was then. This is now.
Wow. And how can I do and make it a lifestyle for us to be able to say thank you to the previous me and welcome the new me for this moment?
You see, what you're doing is the question itself misses the point. You're looking for an answer that once you get that answer, you'll be happy for eternity in the future. That is exactly what you're doing right now. Your question completely misses the point of what I said. You can't get there, you have to be there. And if you're trying to get there, you're not being there.
So how would I ask the right question?
Be happy now. Be happy now. Make peace. Yeah.
When I look at the industry, Marshall, we have religions that teaching us to be happy, right? And we have a lot of industry that help people to, grow and become better self, self-help industry also. And seems like that it's not getting much progress. What happened? Why?
Look, you're not going to be happy because you read a book or you study something. Why? You're looking for an answer out there. Have you ever seen the movie called The Wizard of Oz?
Not yet.
It's a wonderful children's movie. And it's about people looking for what they already have. You already have everything. You already have everything. How many blessings in life do you have now? More than you can count. Most people in the world would love to be in your position of life. You really think getting a little more stuff is going to make you happier? Reading another book? No.
But if people realize
Yeah,
that
did you say but?
I lost $25, I will give it to
Very bad.
I will give it to
bad.
Vivian.
You know me, I teach people when I give advice, you say thank you. You don't say but.
Thank you.
Very bad. Very, very bad.
Thank you. Hansi, you know, I'm still making that but. I owe Vivian $25. I remember that. A bit lesson in life always, right? The question is, if we can, you know, find the happiness in the moment now, and you say be, what can I do to stay in that be consistently?
See, you keep going back there.
Hmm.
Every question goes back to the same place. How can I permanently do this? Think of your question. How can I achieve this state in life where I'm permanently happy? The question completely misses the point.
Got it.
You're looking for some permanent thing out there. The essence of Buddhism is not be happy for eternity. It's not you have to be happy every second. There's only 1 second. Now. And every question you've asked is, how can I be happy every second? How can I guarantee I'll be happy every second? How can I be happy for eternity? You can never be happy by asking that question.
I want something practical for the people.
Wait a minute. How much more practical can you get?
The be now. The be now.
Yeah, how practical can you get?
Because if I ask that question again,
that's about as practical as you're going to get. You don't need to read a book. You don't need to go to a course. Buddha was brought up rich. I don't know if there's really Buddha, but the metaphorical story of Buddha, he was brought up rich. He was protected from life. He was able to sneak outside of a bubble of his perfect existence 3 times. The first time, what did he learn? People get old. Ooh, old, bad. Ooh. Second time, people get sick. Oh, even worse, people get sick. Third time, people die. You get old, you get sick, and you die. Buddha said, wait, all of this money and stuff and beauty, I can't be happy by having more. He went out in the woods and starved himself. He tried to be happy by having less. You know what he learned? No, that did not work either. That didn't work. Finally, one night, Buddha realized something. I can never be happy with more. I can never be happy with less. There's only one thing I can ever be happy with, what I have. There's only one time I can ever be happy, now. And there's only one place I can ever be happy, here. This is it.
So let me jump in. I feel like it's really need a moment called realizations to really feel that. And a lot of people, if they go through, challenges, pain, suffering, they will realize that much, much faster where they should be to stay in that happiness stage. But a lot of people, like for example, young kids, I think that's what Ha is trying to seek for, is that they may not go through these kind of things. They've seen everything seems to be taking easy to get. How do they appreciate something at that moment? They may not have the quest to stay that happiness forever, but they may not also realize more is less. Something like that. So I guess that's why he keep asking these questions.
Wait. What did you just say? More is less. What you just said is, no, you won't be happy if you have more. On the other hand, you will be happy if you have less. Wrong. What did Buddha learn? I cannot be happy with more, and I cannot be happy with less. Happiness is not more. Happiness is not less. Happiness is what you have now.
It's like enough. The feeling of having enough.
What you have now is what you have now. Whether you define it as enough or not enough, that's up to you. The reality is, it is what it is. It is what it is. Now, you either make peace with what is or you don't. Now look at your husband. I'm sure he's got little annoying qualities at times, but whatever. It is what it is. Make peace. Make peace. You're not going to dump the guy anyway, so you're not going to be happier when you get a better husband, so why not? Just be happy.
Aww. He's a wonderful guy. Yeah. It's a hard truth, but it is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. All right, let's do a little exercise. Ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want you to think, all three of you, I want you to think of one person who makes you feel bad, angry, guilty, or crazy. One person that annoys you. Can you come up with one? Just one. Okay, very good. You got one. Okay. Now, I have a question. How much sleep is that person losing over you tonight?
None.
None? Who's being punished?
Self?
And who is doing the punishing?
Us.
You don't have to like that person, respect that person, or agree with that person. You're going to tell yourself, you are no longer going to make me feel bad. Two Buddhist monks are walking by the stream. The monks see a woman who has a beautiful silk dress on. The woman is crying. One monk comes over and says, why are you crying? She said, I have on this beautiful silk dress my mother made, yet I must cross the stream to get to the wedding. When I cross the stream, I'm going to ruin my beautiful dress. I don't know what to do. The monk says, we cannot even touch women. We cannot help you. His friend, the second monk, says, forget it. Picks her up, carries her across the shoulder, drops her off the other side. She is so happy. Thank you, nice monk. He is happy. He splashes back. His other monk is angry. You're a bad monk. Bad, bad, bad monk. Very bad. The wet monk says, why am I bad? You're not supposed to touch women. You carried that woman. You're a bad monk. What do you say for yourself? The wet monk, things happen. They walk back to the home of monks. All the way back. Bad monk, bad monk. The wet monk drives off and goes to sleep. In the middle of the night, his friend wakes him up. You're a bad monk. Why am I bad? Because you carried that woman. The sleepy monk says, what woman? What woman? The angry monk, the woman you carried across the stream. The sleepy monk says, oh, her. I only carried her across a stream. You have carried her all the way back to the monastery. My guess is the three of you, you've been carrying some people around with you. They don't make you happy. Next time you think about those people, take a deep breath. Leave them at the stream. Leave them at the stream. I was teaching a women's leadership group. One woman raised her hand. She said, can I submerge them in the stream? Leave swim at the stream. Yeah, don't carry it around. Life is too short.
It's really hard to do that also, Marshall.
Breathing, more coaching for you. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Quit talking that way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I want you to raise your hand and repeat after me. I do not have an incurable genetic defect.
I do not have the incurable genetic defects.
This used to be hard for me in the past.
It used to be
hard
for
to
me
me in the past.
There is no reason I can't change.
There's no reason
No
I can't
reasons
change.
I can't change.
I'm going to quit talking about myself this way.
I'm going
I'm
to
going to
quit
quit talking
myself.
about talking myself that way.
this way.
That's right.
This way.
See, as long as you keep saying, this is incredibly difficult for me, guess what?
It's hard.
You're right. And by the way, who is making it incredibly difficult for you?
Ourself.
Exactly. Don't do that. Repeat after me. This used to be incredibly difficult for me.
It used to
Used
be
to be
incredibly
incredibly difficult for me.
That's right. Move on.
Would move on make our difficulty disappear?
I didn't understand you.
I quite understand it. I'm trying to put myself in the perspective of our audience.
What was that word you used? Trying.
Trying.
That's the problem.
Why is that a problem, Marshall?
Because if you're trying, you're not doing. If you want to be happy, don't try to be happy. Be happy.
It wasn't trying as the way.
Thank you, Marshall. Thank you, Marshall. One thing I teach is feed forward. And feed forward. See, I give you ideas and you say thank you. And is that correct or incorrect?
Yes, and thank you, Marshall.
Yeah, I just gave you an idea. What do you say? Thank you.
Thank
how
you,
about
Marshall.
proving I'm wrong? Is that a good idea or a very bad idea? Not a good plan. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. What I was thinking about the word trying. So what I meant was that was
breathing, breathing, breathing. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Quit trying to prove yourself here. Quit trying to prove yourself. No, there's a chance I know exactly what you meant better than you do. I do not need you to explain to me what you meant. Maybe I understand exactly what you meant, maybe better than you. As long as you're pointing this out, you're not trying to learn. You're trying to defend and explain. Thank you, Marshall. Thank you, Marshall. Thank you. Breathing, breathing.
Thank you, Marshall.
Relax.
There's a lot of reflective moment for me to think tonight. Thank you, Marshall.
Very good.
Han, you have been very quiet in this conversation. This is an opportunity for you to ask Marshall Goldsmith your question, right?
Funny. That's funny. He's tired of having me
Impossible.
Time for you to talk to her. I'm tired of my coaching. Do it to her. Do it to her.
Yeah, can I have a questions? I'm really curious. Like, you talk a lot about happy, be happy, not happy with more, not happy with less, but just be happy in this moment. So, like back to your childhood when you live in a poor, like poverty, you don't have your toilet indoor. So, how was your life at that moment? Was your life good as you always say, life is good.
Now, breathing, you're now trying to reconstruct some time that I may have been unhappy. Why are you doing that?
Because some people are suffering this that conditions.
People are suffering. People are suffering around the world. People are always going to be suffering. That's not going to change. Right now, I'm not talking to those people. I'm talking to you. And by the way, if you're going to wait till no one in the world is suffering before you're happy, you're going to have a long, long, long wait. It's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. And by the way, you're not going to solve the problems of everyone in the world. I'm going to give you a suggestion. Start with one person. This person. See, I work in the St. Jude's Children's Hospital, famous children's hospital to cancer. And I go there and all the children, many children are dying. Many of the children are dying. And I start crying. No. The CEO says, never cry in front of the children. That is the worst thing you can do is cry in front of the children. Then you make them sad. If the children see you and you're happy, they feel good. Children see you and you're miserable, they feel terrible. You are not going to solve all the suffering in the world, and you're not going to make every miserable person in the world happy every 5 seconds. Take a deep breath, get over it. It's not going to happen. You're not that important. Don't kid yourself. I'm not that important. None of us are very important. You're not going to solve all the suffering in the world.
What if, yeah.
Breathe. Look, I'm not saying you shouldn't try to help people. Helping people is good. Helping people is very good. Making yourself miserable doesn't help anyone. Is anyone in the world better off because you're miserable? No. One of the people I coached is named David Chang, very famous chef. And yeah, I worked with David for years. He got lots better, but he's never quite happy. And I finally said something to David that changed his life. He has 2 children. I said, David, do you love your children? He said, I love my children over anything in the world. I said, David, do you want your children to be happy? He said, there is nothing I want more than my children to be happy. I said, David, do you believe in leading by example? He said, yes. I said, look in the mirror. You want your children to be happy? You go first. You're their father. You want them to be happy? Don't preach about them being happy. Let them see you be happy. You want the people around you to be happy? Yes or no? Do you believe in leading by example? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
You go first.
Marshall, I am the person who leading by example and want to continue that path also. And in your formula, you say having purpose, right? Having.
Let me talk to her for a while.
Okay.
I'm going to go back to her.
Sure.
Okay? Yeah, you've talked enough. Moving on. I want to talk to her. Okay, ready? Breathe. Now, in the past, have you had an issue with perfectionism, trying to be perfect in the past?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, you did. You're not going to be perfect. Yeah, I'm going to give you some very hard coaching. Now it's your turn, not his turn. He intentionally wanted me to talk to you because he got tired of being picked on himself. So now it's your turn. Are you ready? I'm going to give you some coaching. I'm being strict with you. Are you ready to hear it?
Yes, I'm ready.
And you're going to say thank you, no matter what
Yeah,
I say.
thank you.
I want to be perfectly clear with you. Quit being so hard on yourself. Is that perfectly clear? Quit being so hard on yourself. Thank you, Marshall.
Yeah, thank you, Marshall.
Quit being so hard on yourself. You're not perfect. You're not going to be perfect. You're a good person. You're good enough. Make peace.
Yeah, thank you, Marshall.
Now, was that bad advice or good advice? What do you think? Bad or good?
Good.
Well, it's good for me. And the reason I asked you my previous questions, because
now we're going back to what he just did. You're explaining to me why you did what you did as if I didn't understand it. Yes, spare me. You don't have to do this. Breathe. You don't have to explain. Breathing, breathing, breathing. What do I tell my clients? Let me be wrong. Let me be confused. I'm happy with my old confused ways. I may not understand what's going on at all. Let me tell you a story that's good for both of you. I was a young man, 26 years old, getting my PhD at UCLA. I was very self-righteous and thought I was very deep. It's a group of 11 people, and we talk about whatever we want. I talked about people in Los Angeles. Oh, people in Los Angeles, they wear these fancy $200 blue jeans. They drive the $200,000 cars. They're plastic, materialistic. All they care about is impressing others. They don't really understand what's important in life, deeper things. They just try to impress people all the time. 3 weeks I do this. 3 weeks. After 3 weeks, the old teacher, the guru, Dr. Tannenbaum, he goes, Marshall, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? I said, well, I guess I'm talking to all the group here. He said, every time you have spoken, you've looked at only one person and seemed interested in the opinion of only one person. Who is that one person? I thought about it. So that's a very good question. You. He said, well, why me? There are 10 other people here. Why me? I said, Dr. Tannenbaum, I think a person with your deep background can understand the true significance of what I'm saying about how screwed up it is just to try to impress people all the time. He said, is there any chance for the last 3 weeks, all you have been doing is trying to impress me? I said, no. I said, I'm very disappointed. I don't think you've understood everything I said. Let me explain to you what I was really trying to do, Marshall. Let me explain to you. You don't understand. Let me explain. He goes, I think I understand. I hated Dr. Tannenbaum for 6 months. 6 months later, what did I say? Thank you, sir. You just taught me a lesson. I talked to you two just a few seconds ago, and you wanted to explain things to me. Maybe I misunderstood what was going on. Yes, if you explained it a little more, then I would really understand. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not.
Thank you,
Maybe I do. Maybe I do understand.
Wow. Thank you, Marshall.
Thank you, Marshall.
Wow.
Now, let me finish with my favorite advice for everybody. Are you ready?
Yes, please.
I'm now going to give everyone listening the greatest advice they're ever going to get. breathe. Smile, breathe. Imagine that you're 95 years old and you're just getting ready to die. It's all over. Here comes your last breath. Right before you take the last breath, you're given a beautiful gift. The ability to go back in time and talk to the person who's listening to me right now. The ability to go back in time and talk to the young you. You're an old man facing death. This is your chance. What advice would the old you facing death have for the you that's listening to me now? Breathe. Whatever you're thinking now, do that. In terms of a performance appraisal, that is the only performance appraisal that will ever matter. If that old version says you did the right thing, you did the right thing. If that person says you made a mistake, you made a mistake. You never have to impress anyone else. Some friends of mine interviewed old folks who were dying and got to ask the question, what advice would you have? On the personal side, 3 themes. Theme number 1, be happy now. Not next week, not next month, not after I cure all the suffering people on earth, and not after I figure it out, and not after I get over my problems, blah, blah, blah. Be happy now. Number 2, friends and family. Don't get so busy climbing that ladder, you forget the people that love you. And number 3, if you have a dream, go for it, because you don't go for it when you're 40, you won't when you're 80. Business advice is much different. Number 1, life is short. Have fun. We're all going to be equally dead here. Life is short. Enjoy it. Number 2, do whatever you can do to help people. The main reason to help people has nothing to do with money or status or getting ahead. The main reason to help people is much deeper. The 95-year-old you will be proud of you because you did, and disappointed if you don't. And if you do not believe this is true, interview any CEO who's retired and ask them a question. I've done this with many of them. What are you proud of? What are you proud of? None of them told me how big their office was. The only thing they ever talked about is the people they helped. And final advice also saying, look, the world is changing, leadership changing, coaching is changing. Go for it. Do what you think is right. You may not win, at least you tried. Old people, we seldom regret the risks we take and fail. We always regret the risks we fail to take. And finally, what's my goal in life? Very simple. Help you have just a little better life. Help you, that person listening to me right now, a real human being, have a little better life. If any of you have a little better life based on anything I said today, this is a very good use of 1 hour of my time. Thank you.
Thank you,
Marshall. Thank you very much. Vivian, can you ask Marshall the last question?
When you're done, you're done.
To learn, yeah.
Thank you, Marshall.
That's the generosity there.
Thank you very
Thank you, Marshall. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Please take
Now,
care.
let's talk. Now, see, you guys didn't know you're all going to get coaching today.
Very good coaching. Thank you, Marshall.
Yeah, so you thought I was going to lecture about coaching for those other people listening. All right, now let's go around for the 3 of you. Each one of you, what's one thing you learned in our conversation today? One thing you learned.
I go first. Yeah. I also have the similar mistake to try to explain myself sometime. So this is a very deep thing for me to practice. So breathe, now, happy, letting go. So thank you, Marshall. That's a good lesson for me tonight. Yeah.
Okay, how about the other 2?
I think I'll go. And I thought that I said thank you a lot. I forget in this conversation that I did not say thank you, Marshall, enough. So thank you, Marshall. I will practice that today and many more days to come.
Okay, what did you learn?
Okay, so what I learned is, if you want to be happy, do not try to be happy. Just to be happy now. That's really thought-provoking to me.
Very good. So very good. Well, I hope all of you enjoyed our little time together.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Thank you.
Very much.
Yes.
You have a wonderful day. Say hello to Lida first, please.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, Marcel.
Thank you.
Take care. Yeah.
Thank
Bye bye.
you.